Good, happy Tuesday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King. Welcome to the Riley King Talk Show. We have a lot of stuff we're talking about for this Tuesday evening, so let's begin. I'm happy you can join us for the Riley King Talk Show. It is Tuesday, February 18, 2020. Let's talk about a bunch of stuff right now. So first thing we're talking about is your National Day calendar. Guess what today is? National Battery Day. Also National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day and National Drink Wine Day. Everyone have a glass of wine this evening. Celebrate National Drink Wine Day with a glass of wine. So, what did everyone think of the wintry mix today? What did you see in your location around New Hampshire? What did everyone think of it? Comment below and let us know. We want to hear from you. A couple big news stories that were big. One story in New Hampshire, reward offered in search for man convicted in officer's death. Let's watch that video from WR News 9.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
We know how dangerous he can be. We know what his history is. And we wanted to make this a high priority case.
U.S. Marshal Jeffrey White doesn't want to show his face. The ability to move around the community is integral to his job, he says. White says the nationwide manhunt to locate and arrest Paul is a high priority.
Mr. Paul, very dangerous guy. We want to get him off the streets as soon as possible.
In the arrest warrant just obtained by News 9 Investigates, Kevin Paul told his parole officer his court-mandated GPS monitoring bracelet was not working. The warrant also states Paul failed to check in with his parole officer February 4th and 11th. He was last seen at his sober living house in Manchester on February 9th. Now investigators believe he could be hundreds of miles away. Bob Oxley supervises all the parole probation offices in the state and says parolees are on the honor system to check in and keep their GPS bracelets charged.
We're not sure if it's a failure or he just didn't plug it in.
Kevin Paul was granted parole in 2015 but returned to prison 5 months later on firearms and drug charges. Law enforcement officials say the 41-year-old is armed and dangerous and expressed disbelief that the parole board released him into the public again last September.
When you got the call that he had absconded, were you surprised that he had been granted parole again?
Yes, absolutely. This, based on his criminal history and the fact that his last parole violation, he was involved in drug sales and firearms, I didn't think we'd be seeing him again, at least not in my career.
The parole board was unavailable to comment on this story both yesterday and today. Anyone with information about the location of Kevin Paul is urged to contact law enforcement. The number 603-225-1632. For News 9 Investigates, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video. Also, another big story that was in the news headlines today was Boy Scouts organization files for bankruptcy. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Now to that breaking news involving the Boy Scouts, the 110-year-old organization now filing for bankruptcy as they face hundreds of sex abuse lawsuits. Gio Benitez is here with the details. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Michael, good morning. Yeah, the Scouts say they intend to use the Chapter 11 process to create a victims' compensation trust. Their president saying, quote, "The BSA cares deeply about all victims of abuse and sincerely apologizes to anyone who was harmed during their time in scouting. Now, they also say scouting programs will continue for their nearly 2.2 million members. Now, this comes after more than a dozen states passed laws making it possible for sex abuse lawsuits to be filed regardless of when the alleged abuse occurred. The Boy Scouts now call their youth safety measures the strongest and most effective policies found in any youth-serving organization. But guys, what a big headline overnight.
Huge. Yes. Thank you both. Hi, everyone. George.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. A very big headline there. And let's talk about some entertainment news. Take a look at my Entertainment 411 report that I did. Demi Lovato says unresolved eating disorder led to the 2018 relapse. Let's take a listen to that video.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to tonight's edition of Entertainment 411 Report. And here is what we're talking about. Demi Lovato says unresolved eating disorder led to 2018 relapse. Demi Lovato is opening up about her struggles with an eating disorder on the latest episode of Ashley Graham's podcast, Pretty Big Deal. The singer says she believes the fact that she never truly recovered from her eating issues ultimately led to her drug relapse in 2018. The singer says she had people around her telling her she had to look a certain way, which made things worse. Lovato, 27, was hospitalized about a year and a half ago due to a suspected drug overdose, and after taking time off to heal, she's making new music again. The confident singer told Graham that one song she worked on recently is an anthem about body positivity, which sets the tone for the next chapter in her career. Graham gushed over Lovato's candidacy in an Instagram post Tuesday, writing, "I'm so proud to call Demi Lovato a friend, and I'm in awe of her strength and optimism on today's episode of the Pretty Big Deal podcast." She added her faith, wisdom, and newfound awareness has gotten her to a place where she's comfortable enough to set boundaries or take a pause to heal, which is something we call and can all learn from. I'm so excited for this next chapter of her career. It's going to be the best yet because she is finally getting to be true to herself. And that does it for this evening Entertainment 411 Report. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and I'll see you back here next tomorrow for another Entertainment 411 Report. Good night and bye, everyone.
Okay, and there you go. And let's take a look at those celebrity birthdays. And happy birthday to all of these celebrities. We hope they all had a wonderful birthday today and a wonderful day. And take a look at what is going to be on Good Morning America tomorrow. So Ginger Z will be showing this on Good Morning America. No, take a look. Take a quick video. tomorrow on Good Morning America. Wow. Breathtaking. Very cool. And that's gonna wrap it up for this Tuesday evening edition of the Riley King Talk Show. I hope you all enjoyed watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of the Riley King Talk Show. Goodbye, everyone.